Hello everybody, and welcome to Cruz Reviewz. I'm your host, Gabriel Cruz. It's me, the Gabriel, the Cruiser, the G-Meister, the G-Man, whatever you want to call me. I am here today with my very special guest, Nat Salicrup. Nat, go ahead and say hello as I transition you over, and he's unmuted himself.
What's up, everybody? Yo!
It's the Nate Meister.
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
Yeah, it should be good to be here. You're on Cruz Reviewz, bro.
Yeah, cruising with their viewings.
Yeah, cruising with the viewings. So for all of you out there, just to give you a quick summary, Cruz Reviewz does an in-depth review of a show or television show or movie or film or short film or whatever that you can watch anywhere at any time, cruising around in life. And tonight it is Mulan, the live action Mulan. Let's go ahead and cut to the trailer. And trailer go.
Sits on the right hand of the emperor. She is his guardian, his protector. That she's both beautiful and strong. Your job is to bring honor to the family. Do you think you can do that?
Citizens, we are under attack from northern invaders.
Their leader calls himself Ori Khan.
Fights alongside a witch.
No survivors. By edict of His Imperial Majesty, every family must contribute one man to fight.
Have you no son?
I am blessed with 2 daughters. I will fight.
We must be strong. This time it will not return. Loyal, brave, and true. It is my duty to protect my family.
Ancestors, please protect her.
What is your name, soldier?
Hua Jun, Commander, son of Hua Zhou.
We're going to make men out of every single one of you.
Close the gate!
Your spirit is evident, but something holds you back.
When they find out who you are, they will show you no mercy. I'm Hua Mulan. I will bring honor to us all.
Mulan. That's it, Mulan. All right. Whew, man, what a trailer. What a journey. What a journey. I mean, the trailer was nice. The trailer was really nice. I mean, I thought they... Oh, man. So, yeah, the Cruz... So this... Let's also get something established that I really am... It's the sort of the theology of Cruz Reviewz. Even if I don't like something, and if Nat doesn't like something, or anybody else who comes on the show and reviews with me, if we don't like something, that doesn't mean that you should just not watch it. If you find joy in something out there, watch it. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. That is art, and that is life. Okay. Now, again, based on all that, this is a review, so this is our personal opinions, but we're going to really break this down because this is how it works. So we have a rating system of 9 different points. Each point gets a score between 1 and 10. After all that, we divide the total overall score divided by 9, and we get our overall rating of our show. So let's start with the very first part of Mulan, the cinematography. Nat, what did you give your cinematography? Do you remember what you gave your cinematography? Yeah, you gave it an 8. Oh, the man's on point already. Yeah. So Nat, why did you give this show's cinematography an 8? Or this movie? What? Oh, I don't think they can hear you.
It looked great. Like I loved the whole total feel of it. Like it felt like watching Lord of the Rings again.
Right.
In a way, where things were just shot so beautifully and these.
Well, it was shot, Nat, in New Zealand. There was a good bit of it was in New Zealand. In fact, there's a scene. There's a scene. I think it was when they're looking out of one of the castles.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the mountains and the plains, and that's Rohan.
Wow. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Familiar.
I'm pretty sure that's Rohan. But yeah. So
where was Mulan when the West fell? Where was Mulan?
What is it? China calls for aid. Yes, that's no. This had a much different feel to it. I gave it a 9 because I thought the cinematography was really pretty. I really liked the cinematography in it, just like you were stating. It's good. Yeah, boop. I know. We had a boop. I forgot to put your sound back up. But Nat gave it an 8, and I gave it a 9. I fixed it. We're good.
Okay, you fixed it. Okay, cool. Because I'm getting worried here.
Yeah. And thank you, Lissa, for catching me on that boop, because that was definitely a boop. But they did light the fires from what? Shanghai? I think she meant Shanghai. I don't know.
Shanghai.
Anyway, so let's go to the next part, which would be our production design. Cinematography is, of course, how the thing's shot with the cameras and everything. I don't know what camera they used, but it was still pretty. Production design is how everything looks. Nat, what did you give the production design? Do you remember?
I think I gave it another 8.
Another 8, and I also gave this an 8. So tell me, what did you like about how everything looked, about what was in front of the camera? Our costumes and
it looked authentic.
Sets and everything.
It really looked like pretty much the art of that time. With the way things were created, they really brought you back.
Are you sure?
What's up?
Are you sure?
Okay, we could dabble that they.
Are you sure? No, I mean, like those helmets for the Chinese army with the whole like flare thing that goes like.
Well, they had to fantasize it. Okay,
I mean, but it's not just
to bring
the helmet.
Beauty into it a bit more. Even though you could easily take out somebody.
Yeah, you know who I really liked was my boy Mowgli. Okay, like my boy Mowgli. That's who played our. What's our evil character's name in this one? It's not the same.
Yes, I know. I forgot his name, but he played the it was the Mongols, the Mongol villain.
It's like a Mongol guy. Yeah,
the Mongol. Yes. My boy. Wait, I had. My God, I had his
Jason
name
Scott
earlier.
Lee. Bori Khan was the name of the bad guy. So Jason Scott Lee. Yep. I like him.
They got the villains down real nice.
Yeah,
I gotta give it that.
Yeah, I would say.
I was more interested in the villains production aspect than the actual heroes.
I could see that. I could completely see that. But I gave the production design a 9. 9. I mean, let me pull that back up. Yeah, I gave it an 8. Again, pretty, looked good. Everything was good except for those helmets to me. Those helmets had this curl. Like this. No,
I see what you're saying.
Curl on it, especially for the generals.
I didn't mind it. I actually didn't mind the curl. Aesthetically, I feel like it looks pretty, but it's not going to help you in battle.
Yeah. I mean, having the Forbidden City was really nice. Extending it, making it bigger was pretty cool. I mean, the locations, of course, that they probably used for their plates and B-roll and things like that. That was all really pretty. Again. Costume design was really well put together. It flowed well in the action scenes, so the costumes were good. Props and weapons looked pretty cool.
It didn't feel like a CGI mess. kind of like with what's today's standards. Yeah, with
sure. When we get into the, I mean, yeah, it was more fluid.
Yeah.
But I believe that's because of Weta.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Weta Workshops
by
did
Avengers
that.
people, I mean like MCU films. Stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so next one is our acting. Let's see here. I gave the acting a 7.
I think I gave it a 6.
I got. There's your acting. There's your acting. And you gave it a 6. Yes. Why did you give the acting for this one a 6, my friend?
Like I said before, aesthetically it's beautiful, but I feel like the pacing was affecting the acting as well, and also the fact that I don't mind the characters, the actors, with the English, doing the English voices and all that.
Right.
But I feel that we were cutting down, which like I said, I don't mind them doing the whole English approach with the film.
Okay.
But I think we would have got a lot more of a presence if they had, they had spoken in Chinese. And
Okay.
I feel that it did somewhat brought down the act. And to be fair, like I understand they try to do what Mulan did as well. Mulan, stick to strictly English, which is okay too. Like it didn't affect the presence in the film.
Right.
But here, I feel that everything was just getting like held back.
Okay. I say that the acting wasn't as strong with certain people. It wasn't necessarily all around. It was really nice to see Jimmy Wong from Freddie Wong's brother from Rocket Jump and.
Actually, I didn't even realize that until you told me.
Back in the days,
like,
right.
God, it is.
Right. That he was in it. I thought that was really cool to see an old school YouTuber and actor from, geez, how many years is it? It's been quite a few years since Freddie Wong was more relevant. But it was nice to see him in it. Yeah. Jason Scott Lee as the villain did a great job. And I've been saying, man,
the villains were they killed it.
Yeah.
The villains literally killed it in the film.
Yeah, but Donnie Yen also killed it.
That's a staple. Donnie Yen is a staple killer, okay?
The Force was one with him, and he was one with the Force.
You could put Donnie Yen in a let me see. You could put Donnie Yen in a Baskin Robbins commercial, and he would kill. Okay?
Yes, but the Force was one with him, and he was one with the Force. That's all.
The Force will be.
That's all it was.
The Force will be.
I mean, you come on, think about it. He was channeling the Chi, which was just the Force. That's all that was. I don't know why I had like live long and prosper hands as I'm doing that, but we represent all nerds here, okay?
Yes.
But let's move on to the stunts and choreography. I had an interesting thought about this one. Let's see here. Let me get this. So I gave the stunts and choreography a 6.
Okay.
What did you give it, my friend?
Did I give it a 7? I think I gave it a 7.
Did you give it a 7? What did you give it? You also gave it a 6, according to
6?
the notes that you gave me earlier. Unless you want to change those.
No. We'll stick to a 6 because I think 6 is mostly for the villains.
Oh gosh. Because
6 is mostly for the villains because, like I said, they were killing it.
I'm telling you, dude. Okay, so the choreography in this one. I'll start off on this one. This one was the choreography was special.
No. What do you say is special, man?
Okay, well, first off, like the very opening of the film, when you first are introduced to Mulan, this is not really giving away anything, so I'm not putting the spoilers banner up there yet.
Those spoilers right now. So good.
When you're first introduced to her, there is some acrobatics involved with the young girl who plays young Mulan. Those were very cheesy. Like some of the movements, some of the action was really, really good, but then some of it was very cheesy, and then some of it, I feel like they took all of these great action stars, and said, no, not today.
Yeah,
you're good.
Not even like, wait a minute, do we have the budget? No, not today.
No, they had the budget. I can almost guarantee you they had the budget. I just feel like you got Donnie Yen, you got Jet Li, you got Gong Li, you got Jason Scott Lee, you got Sima, you got all these great martial artists, and you don't use their martial to their full potential.
You know what hurts me the most?
What?
Is the fact that I completely forgot that Jet Li was in this film until I realized he was the Emperor at the end. I was like, oh my god, is this? Why did you waste Jet Li? Why?
No, I can also almost guarantee you that for Jet Li, all of his lines, his original lines when they shot it, were in their native tongue. I don't know if it was Mandarin or Cantonese, but whichever one they picked up, it was in that tongue. It was not. It was in that language. It was not in English, and they post-dubbed his English on top of him later. Yeah. Which also just sort of baffled me. Let them speak Chinese or Mandarin or Cantonese or Hmong or whatever it is they're going to speak. Let them speak it. Okay, I have.
That's why I feel that. That's why earlier when I mentioned that their native tongue, I felt like it just held back.
Right.
Held back the acting. And you can't really hold back the acting in animation. You know. Unless someone just want to, they're phoning it in. But here you can really see it. Like, God, what is happening?
Right. We won't go into the dubs versus subs thing today. We'll go into that another day.
I like both. So I'm all good.
I think it depends. All right. Acting. Let's see. We did the acting. We did our choreography. Again, it could have been stronger. Would you just? That's pretty much it. It could have been a lot stronger. Again, you had great martial artists. Why did we not use them? All right. Editing. Nat.
Editing.
You gave editing a 6, and so did I. You start this one off, my friend. Why a 6 for editing?
Okay. Other than the villain portion of the story, why was the pacing so out of whack throughout the main story? I mean, the villains were all. I'm telling you, like that whoever edited or directed, they had such a strong will to bring out the villains better than the actual. And then here's the funny thing: like the villains are brought up, but then at the end of the day, everything gets just goes downhill from here. I think the pacing was way off for the hero side of the story.
I kind of agree. Man, I mean, you
to the
take
point where I wanted to watch more of the villain side of the story than the actual heroes.
I would say that was that was kind of an issue. When we get into the spoilers, I can dive a little bit more into this. I mean, the pacing was okay. It wasn't superb. It didn't there was moments where they do a cut and you're like, wait, why? Okay. Yeah, you question it for a second. Why do we do that? Okay, I get it. This is okay, and I always praise this movie. This is no Jojo Rabbit, all right? Jojo Rabbit had excellent pacing.
Oh yeah,
amazing pacing. Mm-hmm. This film was okay with its pacing, and I think half of that is what was shot. I don't want to say it's the editor's fault because the editor only has what they have to work with.
Exactly.
I would almost, maybe there was just stuff that they didn't want to use. Maybe, I don't know if it was production choice. I don't know if it was a China choice. And by China choice, I mean, China is very specific on what they can have in their films that are aired in their country. Yeah. So I don't know. They
got some rules. They got some regulations. The other thing I wanted to say was that, why was the one thing that the editing really hurt was the action. Like when the action really got into it, the villain side was okay, but the hero side, when it meshed with the action with the villains, right. I'm like, okay, now this is like a CGI mess right now.
It was special.
It was a mess.
It was. That's not bad, but it's not great either. Okay, before we get to the.
It was average.
Before we get to the rest of the ratings, I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who's been tuning in. We've had, it just dropped down to 2, but we've had 4 people on and everything. If you pop in, feel free to ask questions. Give us your comments. Give us your thoughts if you've seen the movie and what you're thinking, okay? We'd like to hear what you guys have. Maybe even give me your ratings. What's your rating for what we've got going on and your overall thoughts? All right.
Oh my God, my beard. I need to shave this thing.
We're going to shave the beard. We're not shaving the beards right now. All right, but we're moving on to music.
My quarantine beard, man.
Music. It's the music time. Do you remember what you gave your music, my friend?
I think I gave it a 7. I think I like the music.
I gave it an 8. I thought the music was like our cinematography and our production done. It was good. It was appropriate. I almost don't really have much to say about the music. It flowed well with the pacing from what the edits were. I think
from what I remember, I think the action like suffered with the music. That's the only thing. And they were selling the action in the trailer, and I'm here like, okay, I thought we were gonna get really into it, but we cut it down a bit.
Sarah tells me I'm not allowed to shave my beard. Love you too, babe. Yeah. Oh, one of the things I really wanted to bring up on the acting, not the acting, but the stunts. I'm pretty sure our lead actress is not a martial artist.
It's sort of like that.
I could be butchering this young girl's name.
It's sort of like the Green Hornet situation.
Yuffie. Is that?
I think we could call her Yuffie. I think
she's not Yuffie. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, so she's 33. She's not technically young. She looks young. But I'm pretty sure she's not a martial artist in the traditional sense of what, like, Donnie Yen or Jet Li, or even Jason Scott Lee are. Like, they dumbed down her fight scenes big time. And that also reflects on the editing. But the music and the sound was fine. That's good.
Feel that they really wanted to go Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but they ran out of the tiger. They ran out of the dragon.
They ran out of the tiger. They only had the phoenix, and that wasn't in the original titling. All right.
Where did the phoenix come from?
Effects, digital effects, and practical effects. I guess this is where I should have brought this up. So I gave it a 7, and you also gave it a 7. Why did you give the effects, both digital and practical, which could include our stunts to a certain extent, fireworks and all that other jazz? Why did you give it a 7?
I gave it a 7. Maybe I was being biased with it because I'm looking at all the effects and I'm here like, why couldn't we get Mushu?
Why couldn't we get Mushu?
You heard me with the Mushu, man. And then the thing is, like, it also correlates with the fact that I think the pacing also affected the effects as well, and especially the action. Like, it didn't mesh together appropriately like other films would work the action. You know what I mean? At least when Avengers had their action, at least it meshed well with this effects. You see what I'm saying? Here, they were winging it.
Again, like I feel like the villains' effects were awesome.
Yeah, the villains were on point. That's why most of my points are up. Most of the points are because of the villains.
Like the villains were great.
I want to watch more of my boy Mowgli. Okay.
Or even the actress, I'm pronouncing these names.
I don't want to get into that.
Jean Lang?
I want to wait till the spoilers.
Okay.
But I loved her so much. I'm like, why wasn't she Mulan? I'm like, why wasn't she Mulan?
She was. She was.
She was Mulan of my heart, though.
Okay. She was the Mulan of your heart. Wow.
Mulan of my heart, though.
Wow. All right. Last, we're getting close to the end of the ratings, at least. The story. We're doing story, not the story telling. We do differentiate between the two, but the story. I gave the story a 7.
Okay, I think I gave story an 8. Right?
You gave it a 7.
I gave it a 7. Okay.
You did. I mean, the story itself. It is a classic Chinese.
It's a classic
legend.
Chinese. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is a Chinese legend, and I have, besides the Disney version from the cartoon age of Disney and this one, I have read a different version of Mulan. Like, so I almost look at...
There's a literal story out there, guys. It's not the only movie.
Right. But I feel, and I could be wrong, so anybody who actually knows the history of this, of Mulan, please correct me. But I feel like Mulan, storyline-wise, is like King Arthur. It's just a legend. Like, there probably was a girl who dressed up and helped save China.
Yeah, kind of like with Arthur, like it's a legend, but there is like facts out there that there was a character or a person like this back then. Right. You know.
Yeah, that's my hypothesis without knowing. I am clearly admitting.
They're like, nah. Arthur is real, and he's gonna come back. I'm telling you.
Sure, Nat. Sure.
Because that's the legend. You know, he's supposed to come back and lead the people again.
Sure. So he's Jesus.
Yeah, he was the Jesus of the Europeans.
Yep. We're just gonna leave it at that one. Okay. So the story itself is strong. Like, it's got a strong story. Okay. We cannot deny that there is a strong story there. Where I know both Nat and I have issues, and this takes a little bit of a dip. Besides the other 6 earlier with stunts and editing, is going to be our storytelling. So, Nat, do you remember what you gave?
The execution.
Yeah. Yes. How it all brings all together, all of our different elements. Nat, you gave it a 4. I gave it a 3.
Oh God, you're worse than me. I think it's because I love the villains. I'm sorry.
No. Don't get me wrong. I love the villains too, but the storytelling. The storytelling, I couldn't. Why did you give it a 4, Nat?
Oh God, man. I mean, okay, not going to spoilers, but it's like I said, like it's an original, legend story. But the problem is, they try to do something new with the story, add more to the legend. But it doesn't execute properly when what you're adding new to it affects the rest of the story in a grander scale. Like, if you're going to affect one part of the story, you got to affect everything else to balance out that certain aspect that you're adding into the story. And then because you added that one little tidbit, it was literally a domino effect that affected everything else. Because all I'm thinking about is that one little aspect that you're not executing properly throughout the entire story.
Okay, all right. We're not giving it away, but what is that one thing called in this movie, Nat, that you believe twisted the the what?
Chi, boy.
The chi. For me, one of the big reasons why this thing just like the storytelling of it dropped is because this is again, this is my personal opinion on this, and I don't like to do the political route on these things, but this is definitely Disney's love letter to China.
Okay.
This is not designed to first and foremost target the American audience. This is targeting the Chinese audience first and foremost. The whole everything is for the emperor. The emperor is China. They had the little motto. What was their motto? It was 3 things.
Yeah.
Do you remember their motto? It was like honor.
It was 3 things.
It was honor. What was the other one? Something. It was something. Honor something and truth.
Something dark side.
Something dark. something dark side.
I don't mind the 3 things.
No, neither do I. It's not that, but it literally all ties back into this is a Chinese film, but it's not even a Chinese film, kung fu film, because, and which is weird on the whole political aspect of what's behind this film and the controversies behind it right now. Kung Fu films, the classic Kung Fu films, from what I remember on my film history stuff and loving Kung Fu films, is that Kung Fu is a rebellion in and of its, like, it basically. And so a lot of the Kung Fu films that were produced by people who were anti the communist government and were trying to find their own way to express about fighting against the system. Yeah. And that was Kung Fu, which is why it translated so well into the American audience and that whole rebellion aspect. A lot of African Americans got really involved in Kung Fu films. Loved Kung Fu because that rebellion aspect, which is what hip hop and stuff is also sort of tied into as well. This did not even have a glimpse of that. This was all about honor. I can't even remember what the other one is for.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like the substance is there, but it's not important. You know what I'm saying? It's not sticking to my head, and the only thing is honor. And you know what I say this? Like this just came up to me today before we started shooting. Okay, this is a hot take. Okay, I really liked the Godzilla movie from 1998. Right. But it's not a Godzilla movie. If you take away the whole title of Godzilla, it's still a good movie. The problem is when you put the title of Godzilla on the 1998 Godzilla movie, it is trash because it disrespects Godzilla. It's a good monster action-packed movie. The problem is it's not a Godzilla movie. It's not. Okay. And that's how I feel about Mulan. Mulan, by name, is correct. But the actual story itself, for Mulan, it is not. Like, if you take away the Mulan title of this movie, it's still a good movie. That's how I feel. But then when you correlate it with Mulan, you're like, okay, if you're... I guess. I still have fun with this movie. The problem is when you put the Mulan stamp on this, and then advertise it as being the live action Mulan version of the original classic, you're like, okay, something's doesn't feel right with this movie.
Yeah, I almost feel like that's the whole thing. Like there's something just in this film, something just doesn't completely always feel right. The Phoenix thing, okay, fine. You're taking a different pick. You want a different spirit animal or what have you. Okay.
Like I'll get more into this once we hit the spoilers.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's hit the spoilers. Let's put the spoiler banner up. We're going to put the spoiler banner up. Here it goes. Bam! If you see that little doodad right below us, that means we have spoiler, right? Right there. Right there. Right
yeah,
there.
Spoiler talk.
Spoiler
talk.
You see it, Nat? Do you see it? Right
yes,
below?
I see it.
No, you got to look below you. No, you're looking to the side. You got to look below. Right there. Yeah, you see it?
I see it.
Right there.
Yes.
Quit poking. Quit poking the spoilers. Okay, so spoilers. We're going to get into spoilers now. So if you do not want to hear about what's going on in the film and some of the big things why we've had some issues, then
okay, I see it.
Then go ahead and turn it off and don't watch right now. But anyways, all right, you are free to say whatever you want now, buddy.
Okay, all right, okay. The chi aspect. Okay. Here's my problem. Yeah. At the very beginning, they let you know about this chi, that Mulan has a secret power.
Yeah.
I feel like the director or the writers went and saw Wonder Woman right before writing this, because I'm like, this is exactly Wonder Woman. From the very beginning.
I thought you were going to go with your analogy of DBZ there, because that's what you originally brought to me.
I'm getting there. No, okay. I'm getting there. But yeah, if you they watched Wonder Woman and then they watched Dragon Ball Z, and they just, you know what? Okay, where's this power coming from? Dragon Ball Z. Let's take that aspect and turn her into Goku. Okay, I am fine with you turning into Goku, but then everything else needs to set up properly for Goku.
Yeah,
you know, the villains need to set up properly. The actual trainers have to set up properly, because once you turn her into Goku or Wonder Woman, right, everything else doesn't set right for her throughout the entire movie. Even Donnie Yen was like, "Hey, you got that power in you. Chill out with that." I'm like, "What you mean, chill out with that? Well, you can't handle her?"
You know what? One of the big problems with this film, in the storytelling aspect is, and something that Dragon Ball Z and what was the other analogy that you were giving us? Wonder Woman gave us sort of, and Dragon Ball Z definitely gave us a lot. There was nobody,
involved,
but
right?
there was nobody to knock her down a peg.
Exactly.
There was nobody to say, you are not the best yet. You need to work on it.
Exactly.
I understand that was in the original film, the original cartoon, but in the original cartoon, there's no magic in the original cartoon. In the original cartoon, it's all smarts. It's all intellect. In this one, you're saying there's something magical here. She needs to learn how to use it. And then just like Rey,
here's the thing,
Rey,
there was magic though. There was magic in the originals.
But Star Wars,
there was only a guide to get to the next point.
Yes, but like Star Wars with Rey, there was no real evolution of training. It was just, she's already super skilled. She shows up at a camp. She's still super skilled. She's just not showing it. Then she shows it. Then she wins.
And then, what makes me mad is that, the two villains, Mowgli, right?
Yeah.
Mowgli. I don't think he had any, he may have had chi, but the problem with him was he was not strong enough, apparently not strong enough to take on Mulan, even the villainess or anti-hero. Right? So I'm here like, okay, so what's the purpose of you, bro? If you cannot take on Mulan or the villainess. And the villainess had to sacrifice herself to actually die.
Right?
So what was the point with Mowgli? What was the point?
I'll tell you what it is. At
least Joker, in cartoons, when he brings in these super villains to work with him, because Joker, he's just a regular dude, but he has these army of super villains, and they work with him because Joker got the intellect, right, and they utilize that to achieve the goal, and usually it works. Joker provides that. Mowgli did not provide anything.
I'll tell you what he provided.
What?
Name recognition.
And
he was a badass.
Yeah, he was a badass. Action-wise, badass.
That's it. That's I mean, the key aspect as to why the actress who plays Mulan is in it is because she is one of the most well-known actresses in China. That's it. It's not because she fits the character really, really well, which she kind of does. She's okay at it. But I feel like there could have been other choices or even new actresses out there that they could have picked that probably would have done better.
The thing is, they had to go with someone younger because it fits with the younger.
I'm not talking about the younger. I'm just talking about the name recognition. This really is not an American-made movie. This is a Disney movie made for China. Yeah. They are going to do, even if the controversy is still high or whatever, they're still going to do well in the foreign market. Yeah. They won't do that well here in the United States. In my opinion, that whole $30 buy-in to watch it early, I get where they're going with it, but it's not worth it. Spoiler, everybody, it's not worth paying $30. Don't pay $30. Wait till it's free if you want to watch it.
Wait till December. Yeah.
We had friends, wink, wink, who were able to help us watch this film.
You know what? You know what I'll say? I'd rather pay $30. This is my personal stakes on this. I'd rather spend $30, right, on getting the full season of Mandalorian season 2 available.
I would too.
October 30th.
I would too.
Rather than $30 on Mulan.
I would too. Sarah comments that the animated version was pretty heavily dosed with Chinese ideology. Also, yes, that is true. But because it was a cartoon, it played a lot differently. The way that they and it wasn't, the ideologies in the cartoon were not rammed in your face almost every 5 to 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
and those three words that they brought out were loyal, brave, and true. And that was literally smacked into your face almost every, like, other, I think the other one, the cartoon one was honor. The cartoon one was just honor. Like, that was pretty much the only one.
Dishonor on your cow.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on, the cow part. Like, that's Mushu. But it was just honor.
Yeah.
Like, you will bring your family honor. This one was not just honor. like it was, man. And it wasn't just honor for your family either. Like, they kept that in the beginning. So you had that essence in the beginning of it. But then later,
and then I feel like, you know what I felt? I'm like, why are you rushing to get her?
Yeah, they rushed it
camp, to get her to the camp. Why are you rushing this whole thing to get her to the camp? I'm not like, at the very beginning, it's like, let's go. You gotta get to the camp, and then we get to the camp, right?
Right.
And there's no, like, literally, even Donnie Yen just mentions it in the very beginning, like, yeah, you're too powerful. I'm just telling you that. So you gotta keep chill with that, okay?
Right.
Like, like, I would have preferred if she actually trained with Donnie Yen personally, because it seemed like Donnie Yen knew what was up, you know?
Right.
But no, she ended up just training by herself, and then there's no character. That's why I love the villains so much, because there was more the character development for the villains and the characters versus Mulan and the good guys.
Yeah,
like, there was barely any character development. And you expect me to care when she's trying to sacrifice herself to save her friends?
Right.
What friends?
Like,
you didn't even talk to them.
I felt bad for the person I really felt the most for was the villainess.
Yeah.
Like, I felt so bad for her. Like, just like okay, Mulan. Like, she even offers Mulan, like, hey, we can build a better world. You and me could build a better world. And Mulan's like, nah, I'm good, girl.
Nah,
I'm gonna go save China. Like, okay. Like, I felt so bad for her.
That wants. Here's the thing, though. Here's the funny thing. They don't go into detail as to why the Emperor does not want women in combat. They don't go into detail.
No.
There's no reasoning behind, like, oh, because he hates women, or the fact that he probably has a dislike for women because there's a disloyalty between women and men way back when women were actually in combat. The thing is, there's no explanation as to why the society of that day now.
Well, I mean, if you go historically, then it's always just men. Like,
it's always just men. Yeah, but I would have liked it if they go into detail. You know, talking about why, because these women so far are being beasts. So why wouldn't they be in the war aspect? And then it would have been. I would have preferred, actually. You know what I would have preferred? I would have preferred that back then, like, the previous emperor or his father died because he had personal women guards that killed him.
Like,
and then,
okay.
And then
you just wanted the reason. You just wanted more of a reason why, like, we have to. Besides the patriarchal,
I don't like
men are always the strongest kind of thing.
And don't show me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I hate when movies tell me but don't show me. You know, and I think that's another thing that another aspect that fails with this film is they do a lot of telling, but they don't show you.
Yeah, I really wish I had Lissa on right now to comment on the women's aspect. Lissa, give me your thoughts. Or Sarah, give me your thoughts. Like, ladies, give us your thoughts as to why, like, would you have liked to seen more of why women were shunned other than the classic, again, patriarchal society that says, hey, women aren't allowed to do this, which it's always been stupid, but you know, that's just how it was historically. I don't know.
History, yes, but with this movie, which trays off history way out.
Oh yeah, it does.
You can do a lot of changes to it.
Right. And we completely went away from the wall too. Did you notice that? Like we didn't even touch on the wall. Like in the original movie.
Why didn't we touch on the wall? Why?
In the original movie, we had the wall. Like in the original one, what is it? The bad guy comes up over the wall, and there's that. Now all of China knows your gender reveal party. You know, like I'm sorry, I've been seeing that meme all over the place. Just the fire. Just now all China knows you have a boy.
Because did the Mongols invade the wall? Because I know it was the
technically the big one was Genghis.
It was not the Mongols in the animated. It was somebody else.
No, it was still sort of the Huns.
It was the Huns.
The Huns.
The Huns was in the main.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, why they changed from Huns to Mongol? I guess the Huns was too disrespectful.
I don't know. Like the Huns with Genghis Khan. Oh, okay. Lissa says I would. But since it was made with China in mind, that wouldn't have been remotely possible because they are still a very patriarchal society. Hence why there is a full-on brain drain of girls. Oh, yes, I would agree. Like if you even look at China right now, they don't have a lot of women in comparison to their men population. I think there's one woman for every 3 men in China. Like that's actually how it is. Yeah, do not go to China to date, my friend. Do not go to China to date. Okay, that's just it's they've done a lot of stuff to their own society, but we won't get into all that right now. Anyways, so I'm not sure what else to really go on to. Like overall, would you recommend this film to people for $30?
I recommend it after December when it was free.
I agree.
Because with $30, you can go eat out and then go see the movie. But because we're in this situation, they throw you the $30. Now, if you're a fan, if your family wants to watch it together, then yes, spend the $30. Yeah. But if you're by yourself, just wait December.
I would even say, you know what, family? Even though yes, if you have a family of 4. Technically, for the price of admission for a ticket, if you were to go to see this in theaters, it is still technically cheaper to spend $30 for a family of 4. I would still say, save your money, okay, and wait till December to watch it with the kids. There is no rush to watch this movie, in my personal opinion. If you have seen the movie, let us know what you think and what people should do down in the comments below. Lissa, thank you very much for your input. We welcome all other people's input on this as well. But it is now time for us to give our recommendation for the week. Nat, what would you recommend, a movie or television show, would you recommend for people to watch? As you swish your whatever it is that you're drinking. Whiskey?
I'm working on the milk. Okay, let me see. You know what? I don't know why we get so much hate for this series, but I recommend MASH, the original MASH.
The old school MASH?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend MASH, man. I wish it was still on Netflix because I used to watch that every day.
People aren't going to want to watch it right now. I'm just being honest with you, Nat. You know why they're not going to want to watch it?
Why?
Because every time, well, not everybody will get this, but there's going to be that group of people that as soon as Radar walks into the hospital and everybody yells masks, it's going to cause a controversy right now, man.
Oh wow! I just realized that. Damn. Okay, Frasier. No. Okay, Frasier and my boy.
Oh my god. No.
What's the show?
MASH.
What's the
MASH
show
is the
Frasier?
one.
What's the show that made Frasier?
Cheers?
Cheers?
No, still too political, Nat. Still too political. Everybody's going to bars. It's too political. And then Frasier's mental health. Everybody's crazy nowadays in the United States. So No, but I would agree that those 3 shows, if you can find those 3 shows out there to watch, is MASH on like Netflix or something? Do you know where MASH would be?
No, they took it off. They took it off about a year ago.
Where can we find Let's look real
MASH.
quick.
I think MASH is on Netflix anymore.
MASH television series is on Hulu. If you would like to watch MASH, the television series, it is on Hulu Premium right now. That it really is a good show. Radar is the hero of everything. I don't care who you are, what you want. Great Mihai is the way to go. I am going to recommend something that we'll probably review later. Yes, Listen also put MASH is on. Listen's like, MASH is on Hulu. Look at me. Now, I'm going to recommend that people go and watch a show that you and I should definitely review later after the season is finished. And that's The Boys.
The Boys. The
Boys on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, The Boys. And if you run through The Boys and it's not ready, like it's not done yet, like, you know, we're still in the season, I would definitely recommend, it's also on Amazon Prime, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Okay, that show is hilarious. The Boys is hilarious. The Boys is it's a good family film, or a good family show for everybody to watch if you want to scar your children about the realities of what DC would really be like in the United States.
True story. Here's another thing. Here's another. If you're going with something that's to date, I recommend, if you guys have Hulu, watch Palm Springs.
Watch what?
Movie.
Which one?
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs?
Is a Hulu original. And it's with my boy from SNL.
With Andy.
Yes.
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg and the wife of is it Ted? Is it Ted from How I Met Your Mother?
Is that his wife?
Yes.
Kristen Miliotti? I am butchering people's names today.
Revealed at the end of How I Met Your Mother.
Dude, you just spoiled How I Met Your Mother for everybody.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. Spoiler. Well, we were the spoiler alert, right?
Technically, the banner's still below us, so yeah, sure. Okay, so just to sum it up, everybody, save your money for Mulan. Go watch MASH, Frasier, Cheers. MASH really is a really great show. I've loved that show for forever. If you're really feeling raunchy, go watch the original movie. That's a dark movie, honestly. I even have some good friends back in the day who did the theatrical version of MASH in high school. Hi, Kenneth Wigley.
Oh wow.
Yeah, MASH is a good show, and if you find yourself on Hulu, and if you find yourself on Amazon, The Boys. I know I said it's a family show. It's not a family show. Do not show the kids that show. That's not a family show. If you want to scar your children, feel free, but otherwise, no. And if you've run through The Boys, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I would love to review that one. That's a really good one. The Boys. Anything else, Nat? I think that's pretty much it for tonight. We went through it.
If you guys haven't watched, go check out the new Mandalorian trailer. It's awesome.
Oh, it is awesome. Oh, we didn't give our. You know what? We did not give our total score for the show, for Mulan, and this is why we both have a 6.5 for our overall rating of Mulan. Mine was technically a 6.75. And instead of rounding up, I rounded it down on purpose. Just not worth it for me.
Yeah, 6.5 is average, so above average.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's a fun watch.
Yeah,
you'll have fun.
Don't expect Mulan. Just don't expect Mulan.
That's pretty much it. Thank you, Lissa. Lissa been moderating from the behind the scenes. Lissa might be joining me next week. She's been watching Curse. That was the first show that we reviewed. Me and Colton. I have no idea what we're reviewing next week. But otherwise, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up for there. Thank you, Nat, very much. Let me go ahead and give you Nat. Thank you very much. If you guys want, check it down in the link in the description below, and you can go over to Nat's website and his YouTube and all that other stuff for geeking out, and be prepared for Miniature Heroes, which is something he's been writing, and we're getting ready to start our audio recordings for.
Yeah, we're gonna start working on those now.
Finally.
And then I'll be able to start shooting next year. That'd be nice.
Finally. Dang COVID. Otherwise, everybody, thank you very much, Nat. I'm Gabriel Cruz, your host for Cruz Reviewz. It's in the name. I don't care. It's I guess it's pretentious, but it sounded fun. Cruz Reviewz on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. If you want, join me for Artsy Fartsy Friday this Friday. And I don't know what I'm painting. I have no idea what I'm painting. Nat,
The boys.
am I painting the boys? I don't know if I'm painting the boys. That seems fairly ostentatious. Anyways, I'm Gabriel Cruz. Thank you very much, everybody. We will see you guys on the next time. See you later. Cue the music. I gotta ramp the music up and come on, music. There it is. Have a good one, everybody.
Okay. What? Okay, my bad.